Welcome to the Hive, everybody. We have a really cool show today, and we have the Young Gun Week. We have some really great young riders from New York, and they are these three gentlemen. We have Caleb, Stewart, he's an up-and-coming young rider, and we have another rider. It's Johnny Oakden. He's a really good rider. He's riding the 500s right now. And then we have 10-year-old Joel Farwell. He's a really good young rider. He's going to be on the show here. We have Joel from New York. It's going to be a really cool show. We added these three really good young riders to the show, and they're included in the Young Guns Week. We made this commercial, and they weren't we didn't have them at the time, so we're going to play the commercial with the Young Gun Week, and we're going to add these three great riders to the show. Welcome back, everybody. This week we have the Young Guns in the Hive. We start off with the first show with Sarah Cords, and then we have Blake Borello, and we have the SOS team rounding off the week. So stay tuned, and we're going to start off here with Sarah Cords.
That's my way.
Her breath is like, woo. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to woo. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star, woo. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties, woo. I'm Steph Curry, when I hit the three, I hit...
17 was it.
Okay, and so yeah, we have the Young Guns Week, and we added three new Young Guns to the show. So, and also we want to go ahead and we had a tragedy this past week, and we want to go ahead and wish Brad Oxley a speedy recovery, because Brad is he's very important. I mean, he's the master of Costa Mesa. He does the track. He runs the show for all these years, and Brad is an amazing guy. He actually was riding fast in Mexico, and a deer ran in front of him, and he smacked it really hard, and he really had a horrible injury. It's a life-threatening injury. We're going to actually show a video of his recovery at the end of the show, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. They actually had to go and save Brad's life. It's really unbelievable, really. They had to really make a big effort, because Brad was in the middle of nowhere in Mexico when he hit this deer, riding alone. And so it was really a survival situation. And thank God that Brad survived this ordeal. And, you know, Brad's a tough guy. He's a two-time United States Speedway champion, and he's a champion. So we know Brad, if anybody would survive, Brad would survive. And we actually have that video at the end of the show, so you'll want to watch that video. And we're going to go ahead and have Brad Oxley right here. This was a national championship. We want to remember Brad, so we're going to play this video right now.
Yeah, bro.
Brad, how you doing tonight?
Good, buddy. What's happening, man?
Nationals here at Costa Mesa, and you got a pretty good turnout here. How do you think tonight's going to turn out?
Well, the riders' lineup is really good. It's always a tough field at the National, full of established champions, guys that are really hungry, and a couple of fast rookies. So, the only thing you can really predict at the Nationals is that it will be unpredictable. It's always fast and colorful, and may the best man win.
Well, one of your legends here at Costa Mesa Speedway, Mike Correa, has been dominating in regular season. How do you think his chances are tonight?
Free as a man, and there's no one in the crowd tonight who wouldn't want to see him win. So there's a few sentimental favorites: Boogaloo Bob, Flying Mike. Nobody's feelings are hurt when Fast Eddie wins a race. But, at the National, it takes really stepping up that extra level, and we've seen a couple other riders lately on good form. I think it's going to be tough to beat Gennaro tonight. Josh Larson's kind of an unknown because you know he can win any race he's in anytime. So, and that goes for Hicks, Buck Blair, Sean McConnell, right down the line. The field's full of fast motorcycle dudes.
So 40 plus years here in Costa Mesa. This is a family tradition just about.
It is. It's a family tradition, totally. And now I have my fourth generation grandson is here racing the Pee-wees tonight. And so without Jack Milne, my dad, my mom, Marilyn, and then the help of so many people over the years, we would have never made it to 42 years. And we're really proud and glad to be here tonight. We're going to have fun.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here.
Brad Oxley, that guy is just a great guy. We really wish Brad a speedy recovery. He had a really traumatic situation, and it's just unbelievable. And people are actually donating. Brad has a lot of money donated. He's had big surgeries, and he's just, Costa Mesa's been dark for a year now, and, it's just really been a tough time. And when it rains, it pours. So we wish Brad all the best. We really do. And Brad's just an unbelievable guy, and he's just a great ambassador to the sport of Speedway. And we wish him all the best. So Brad, get well soon. And next we have our first guest of the three. He's a young 17-year-old rider from New York, and he's just a really great kid. And he's an up-and-coming Speedway rider. He's been riding the junior 250s, and he's going to be starting the 500s real soon. So let me introduce to you the amazing Caleb Stewart. Caleb.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, there's Caleb. How you doing?
Pretty good, you?
Great. Nice to see you. Do we look okay on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. And so tell me more about you. Like, how long have you been riding Speedway for, Caleb?
Well, I started riding dirt bikes when I was 4, and I've been going to Speedway since then. And I started racing 3 or 4 years ago on junior, and I just kept coming up and up, and I'm here now. I'm just gonna keep trying going.
So you're 15 years old now, correct?
Yeah.
Very good. And I heard that you had a pretty good race on your 250. I guess there's no 250. You don't have a 250 class in New York?
No,
or
we don't have a 250 class here. We just have D1, D2, D3.
So what do you do if there's no junior Speedway there? Do you just ride D3?
No, there's always junior kids. There's always junior kids. They have them there all the time.
Oh,
someone else is there every time trying it.
So they do have a junior class in New York, correct? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. And there's a picture I have of you here. Let's see if I can find it. And you're right here with a big trophy. That's you, correct?
Yeah.
Tell us about what happened here. There's Jason Bonsignor. Jason's the promoter of the New York's Champion Speedway in Owego, New York. Tell us about that, Caleb.
Well, we went out with high hopes that night, and we got first. First we had a bad start, and we got first out of all of them. It was pretty rough, but we got it. That championship trophy felt nice at the end of the night.
So you were racing. You're racing against 500cc bikes. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And you were on a 250 Speedway bike.
Yeah.
And is this like one of your checkered flags celebrations?
Yeah.
So you raced the 250s against, it was like a D3 championship, correct?
It was a D2.
Oh,
Yep.
D2. Oh, that's even better. So you were a D2 champion on a 250 junior bike, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Well, Jason Bonsignor, he emailed me and he said that you're really one of the good up and coming speedway riders in New York. You have a lot of talent. So I guess you're really into speedway, correct?
Yeah, my almost my whole family does it,
Awesome.
or knows about it and goes.
So you guys are like a New York speedway family.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's cool. Uh, I was talking to Blake Borello this week. He's a really good rider, and I think he said that he stayed at your house. Is that correct?
he stays at my grandpa and uncle's. Yep, and we're always there. That's where we stay after races.
Nice. Does Chris Kerr come there too and stay when he rides?
Yep, some of the riders mostly come there.
Nice. So you guys really are nice people. You house all these speedway riders from California there when they come and ride those invitationals. Is that right?
Yep,
Oh, that is so nice. So yeah, that really helps the riders a lot when they travel and then they have a free place to stay and hospitality. So that's really cool. You have a great family.
yeah.
And your dad he was Chris Kerr's mechanic in England. Is that correct?
No, that's my uncle. He was.
Oh, is that your
Chris.
uncle?
Yeah,
So he told me he was like 10 years living in England, wrenching for these guys.
yep.
Very cool. Got a nice uncle. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he helps out a lot.
So does he help you with your speedway, Caleb?
Yeah. Yep. He
Nice.
teaches me everything how to do it.
So he's teaching you how to wrench your bike then.
Yeah.
Good. You should. A speedway rider should always know how to work on their bike. That should be one of the first things a rider should know is how to work on their bike. And that way, when other people are working on their bike, they know, if everything's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, that's super. So, what are your accomplishments riding speedway?
Well, my accomplishments are just get through my high school year and see if I can make it over there. I want to try as hard as I can. Well, first I got to worry about school, but yeah.
So you want to ride in England one day when you get a little older, correct?
Yeah.
Very cool. You're 15 years old, so you only have a couple more years before you can, possibly do that, right?
Correct.
Very good. One of my friends, he's a motorcycle guy. He wanted to say, "What's up, Caleb? What's up?"
Oh, nothing much. Usual.
My friend's name's Merrick, and he's one of my motorcycle buddies on the island. So he's watching the show. Hi, Merrick. So you want to go to England and race? Are you going to take your uncle with you?
I don't know. I might actually take my dad or my little brother or someone.
Nice. Well, everybody remember this guy's name, Caleb Stewart, because he might be riding the GP one day, and you'll say, "I saw him, and he was just a young guy before the 500s." Oh, very cool. So tell me about your first ride in the 500s, because you're a 250 rider, and then now you're advancing to the 500s. So tell us about what just happened. I think you're riding on the ice or something.
Well, I want to say 3 or 4 weeks ago, my uncle and my grandfather said, well, and my little brother, they all said, we're going to the ice race. I said, can I come? And they said, yeah. So Norm Robinson, one of the big helpers down in Wego, he actually let me use his bike, and I went out there on it, and I enjoyed it. Actually, it was kind of surprising. I didn't think I was really going to like ice, Thought I was gonna catch a lot of traction, but no, it just slides nice and easy.
Nice. So you were riding the 500 around a speedway track on the ice?
Yep.
Very cool. And were you able to get the bike sideways when you pitched it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. That is awesome. So maybe we have a future ice race champion also.
I hope so.
I hope so. Well, there's a lot of ice in New York, so you have during the winter. You could ride your speedway bike at Jason's track during the summer, and then when it's time to snow in New York, you can crack out those big ice spikes, put them on the tires, and then you can go ahead and slide speedway around the ice.
Yeah.
Very cool. That is really neat. So, so are you going to be advancing now to the 500s? Because you're 15 now.
I think I'm gonna wait one more year.
So you're going to wait?
Or maybe a half a year. We don't know yet. It all depends on if I want to switch this year or not.
Yeah, I was talking to Blake Borello a couple days ago, and he was practicing. He took a year off, and then he was practicing on the 500s for the year. I guess he was just practicing, and then when Blake, I guess he finished his year layoff, and he came on the 500s, and he was really good because all that practice in this time off, developing the 500s. So that's something maybe you'll be doing is, getting a little practice on the 500s, before you ride. That's a possibility.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get some practice. We actually have like a little track in our side yard, and the one day my uncle was like, someone should try a speedway bike on this, so I went ahead and did it. It was pretty hard because it was how small it was, but we made it happen.
Nice. So you have is it a nice, what size track is it, like Costa Mesa or something?
No, it's way smaller. It's just a little track.
Oh, okay.
You couldn't even open the throttle, but it was fun.
So you just pitch it, and then you just have a little straightaway, and then you pitch it again.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Oh, that sounds like fun, just riding that like that. And that's really good. So what else do you do for hobbies in New York? You just ride motorcycles?
We ride dirt bikes, four-wheelers. We have that track, like I said, in our side yard. We have land and that. School.
Nice. You have a pool?
No, we have school we got to do too, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess you still have to go to school. You're only 15.
Yeah.
So are you a good student in school? You seem like a really bright guy.
Yeah.
Good. Keep your grades up. Very important.
Yep, that's the way to get sponsors.
Exactly. A lot of the young guys like your age and a little older than you actually, but a lot of the young guys now are very educated. They know how to handle themselves really well, and they know how to get lots of sponsors, because of their behavior. And you should really, and it seems like you're that type of guy anyways, but a lot of these young guys are likable, and that's how you get sponsors, really, because people must like you to be a sponsor. Like, I remember Chris Kerr telling me on the show just last week that he used to stay after the races signing autographs, and he wore his uniform. And people loved Chris Kerr and another rider, and they're the ones that got all the sponsors because people liked them.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I stay after.
You stay after and sign autographs and stuff like that?
Yeah, for a little bit, and then we
Nice.
pack up and go.
Nice. So how do you like riding at that track, the Champion Speedway in Owego? Do you like that track?
Yeah, that's my favorite track out of all of them.
Nice. Does Jason, he prepare that track good? It seems like he does a good job.
Yeah, he does.
Nice. Yeah, he's a good guy. You're lucky to have him, because he's a real Speedway guy, and he's living in your neighborhood, so that's really great. Yeah. And,
Yep.
how far away do you live from the Champion Speedway?
I used to live 5 minutes away from it, but I moved to my mom's house, so now I'm 45 minutes.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah. So anything else you want to talk about, Caleb?
Not really. I mean, we covered some.
We covered some. We're going to expect some big things out of you, young man. So you must keep your study going and keep educating yourself with everything, and then focus also on your Speedway and do really well. And I'm sure we're going to expect and see big things out of you, Caleb. So we're excited to. That's one cool thing about the show is that we can actually spotlight people that are going to be future stars in the sport. And you know, Speedway is really a sport that the young riders, they're the ones that are going to be the future stars of the sport. So they're very important. And we have 3 possible future stars here on the show today we're going to talk about. And Caleb is definitely one of them. So thank you so much, Caleb, for hanging out with us in the Hive today. And you can stay with us here, and then we're going to bring our next guest on. We're going to have a video next of Jason and Sean McConnell. Do you know Jason, Caleb?
Yeah. Yep.
He's your promoter over there at the Champion.
Yep.
And he's a good guy. We've had Jason on the show, and Jason's really a great guy. I'm really impressed with Jason. I didn't know
I'm on
him.
Jason's team.
You're on Jason's team too?
Yeah.
Awesome. So what do you do with Jason's team? Does he like have a bunch of riders?
He has a couple, yep.
Very good. So he sponsors you, Jason, kind of?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you have a good sponsor, and Jason does just a great job. We give a shout out to Jason Bonsignor, and he's really good. I have an old video. Jason's probably going to kill me watching this video, but I'm going to play it anyways. Who cares? Jason can't hurt me. He can't do anything. So thank you. Just hang on with us, Caleb, and we're going to bring Johnny on the show next. But first, we're going to play a video of Jason Bonsignor and Sean McConnell. It's kind of a funny video, so we're going to have a little comedy in the show. Why not?
All right.
Really, guys, I don't have time for this. I'm sorry. I got a track to build.
I'm Jason Bonsignor, and I'm the promoter of IMS.
Now, I'm Sean McConnell, and I'm the real promoter of IMS. We're gonna flip a coin to make sure. Ah, it's heads.
Yay, I got 4 tracks now! Ladies and gentlemen, all kidding aside, neither one of us are the promoter of IMS. Joey Holt is the promoter of IMS.
Way to go, Joey!
Hi, my name is Joey Holt, 244, and we're here at IMS, and I'm one of the riders. Gonna go out there and kick some of the old guys' butts.
Guys, not now. I got a track to build. I got a deadline here.
Yeah, no, Penhall's not going to be on the program opening night, but I think Mike Bast will be. Hey, hang on a second. Hey, Holt! I didn't tell you to take a lunch break. Get back out there and paint those walls. Man, I'll tell you, this promoting gig's tough.
What, are you guys kidding me? Come on, leave me alone. I got stuff to do.
Yeah, hey, hang on a second here. I'll tell you, promoting's tough. I have to do everything around here. Hey, Joey, give me another beer.
Oh, long time no see. You guys are killing me here.
Thanks, buddy.
We're here to tell you, you need to come to IMS this year. We have a better track, it's lower, it's spectator friendly. The stands are going to be up higher, so you're looking into a bowl. We got hard liquor, alcohol, pizza, tacos, hamburgers, anything you want, kettle corn. anything you want. If we don't have it, we will get it. So come out and see us. If you don't, you'll be the losers, not me, because I'm going to be here.
Yeah, and I'm going to be smoking you old guys.
Youth, what do you do with them?
All right. Did you like that one,
Yeah, that was a
Caleb?
good one.
That was cool. And I like that. I thought, oh man, Sean and Jason probably going to kill me, but I think that was fun. But next on the show, we're going to leave Caleb on, and we're going to introduce our next rider. He's a 21-year-old, I believe, young rider. He's also from New York, and he's another young gun. And we're going to introduce Johnny Oakden. Johnny, welcome.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey, doing good, bro. How you been?
Pretty good.
Good. You look pretty good riding that motorcycle. Let's see if I can find a picture of you. There you are right here. And is that your uniform?
Yeah, that's me, Mom.
That's nice. And I like your uniform. That's pretty cool. And you're riding the 500s now?
Yeah.
Very good. And you do pretty good wheelies, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think that was on purpose. That was just a hard.
So tell us more about yourself, Johnny. How long you been riding?
I also started riding when I was 4. I started riding dirt bikes in a flat track. I live in Rochester, so Medina's a town near us, and they have a flat track there. So we started there, and then I got into motocross, and then I was always around Speedway. Once my mom met Dave, who was my stepdad, and he raced. So did his dad, and all that. All his sons raced. So I was going there, and I rode my dirt bike there for the longest time. But then I was finally like, you know what, I need to try one of these things. So I got on it. Loved it ever since.
Nice. So are you a D1 or D2 rider now?
D1.
You're a D1 rider there? Nice. Yeah. And how do you do when you have the racing there in Champion? Are you doing pretty good?
Yeah, it would have been a great year for me, but I was starting off on a perfect night, and then I had a bad crash, and it set me back a few weeks. Then I kind of got on the bike too early, so I didn't really have good results. But the first I felt the best I had.
So you had a bad crash, and that kind of slowed you down a little bit, correct?
Yeah, I'm still because I had never fully covered, and I kind of just jumped right back in because I knew nationals were coming up. But yeah, my collarbone's still popping out.
Yeah. Yeah. How long ago was the crash, Johnny?
Caleb, what your first race was?
It was, I want to say in, I don't know, man.
It was just the first race. That's all I know. It was a great.
June something.
Huh?
Dude, hold on.
It was a great night. Either way, regarding the crash, I rode the best I ever had. I think it was 2 heat wins, and then I was in first place for a long time, and I got passed for second. And then the race that I crashed in, I was in second place, going to pass first, and I hooked up and hit the wall, and from there it was history.
Yikes. So you were trying to make the pass from second place to first, and then you caught a lot of traction or maybe hit a hole or something, and then you hooked up right into the wall?
Yeah, I was in the...
Oh, jeez. So you broke your collarbone, and what else happened?
I broke my collarbone, separated my shoulder, head, internal in my head.
Oh, not good. So that'll really screw things up.
Huh?
happened on September 8th, 2020.
September 8th, 2021?
No, 2020.
2020. Wow. Nice. So you're recovering, and are you going to still plan on riding?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Back on the bike after 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, I guess you rode over here. Did you ride? Were you in this race over here? And I think it's Tennessee. Did you ride that race?
Yeah, and then right after that, I actually made plans. I think I was talking to Aaron Fox about it, and then they were gonna bring my bike back home, but then I think it was Sarah Courts who let me use her backup bike for a race down there, and then I came home and came back out there and rode one of Mike Jordan's bikes for the under 21 national. That's my favorite picture. Those are two legends.
Which guy are you, in first place or second place?
No, I'm in third. That's Billy Gennaro and Charlie Venegas.
Oh, those guys are no good. You should be ahead of those guys.
Yeah. That's one.
Oh, Charlie and Billy, they're nothing. You know, you're better than those guys.
Yeah. Someday.
See, who's better, you or Charlie Venegas and Billy Gennaro?
Yeah, them for sure.
You're better, correct?
I wish.
Well, you can get there because those guys were where you were at one time. So, and Caleb also, you know, those guys had to start somewhere too. So, just keep your head up and keep practicing, keep developing, and you'll be the next Charlie the Edge or Billy the Kid Gennaro. So, just keep your your head up and keep working at it, and you definitely can make it there, Johnny and Caleb.
That's the goal.
Definitely. Yeah, we all have bad accidents, and yeah, I had a bad accident too. Do you want to see my bad accident?
Yeah.
We're gonna play this video of my bad accident. This is when this race, I was on gate 4, and I was at Costa Mesa, and it was like 2008, and I always like to dart in front of people in gate 4, diving for the pole, and I did that a little bit, and then some guy, I hadn't crashed all year. I had won 3 championships in support class, and I had never crashed the whole year, and I had a perfect year, really. It was, and then I was going into the turn, and this one rider named Brad Morale, he decided that he would go straight instead of turning or something like that. I think he didn't like me, actually. And he drove straight into me, and he wiped me out. I broke all my ribs. I broke my collarbone. My body was half black, and I was handicapped for like 2 months. So the first crash is the one that sent me to retirement. And then we're going to play a crash video. Why not? We're talking about crashes right now. So let's play the crash video. I'm in the first race. I have the Bumblebee uniform, and I am in gate 4. I like to dart into gate 1. And it was the last night at Costa Mesa, and I won my heat race by a mile. And I was going to win the main event that night, I thought, until the crash. And my year it was the last race, but I wanted to win the main event that last night, and then I ended up totally messed up. So here's my last big crash. I just found the video today, so let's play that. We'll get back to you. I fell on my stinger that day.
Yeah.
It was. Did you like that crash, or was it not good?
No, it didn't look. It looked like it was pretty painful.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see it coming. I was actually darting into the pole, and then the guy just went straight, and he weighed about 300 pounds, and he ran me straight over. So that wasn't good. So that I don't know how I made it home that night. I couldn't. I was so messed up. I couldn't sleep in my bed for 2 months. I couldn't lay down in my bed. It took me an hour to get out of bed. And, you know, if I had to go use the restroom when I wake up in the morning, I couldn't use, it was hard to wake up. It's hard to get up. So all my ribs were broken and everything. And so I had to sleep in my pickup truck for 2 months. That was nice.
Yeah.
That was good.
I
So
feel like that'd be a little bit more painful.
what's that?
I feel like that would be a little bit more painful.
Yeah, every day. Actually, it was painful laying down in bed, and so it was so painful I couldn't sleep. But when I sat down in my pickup truck in the garage, I slept in the garage of my pickup truck for 60 days, and it was actually more comfortable because my ribs didn't hurt sitting up, but laying down, when I had to get up, you use your ribs and stuff to get up, and it's impossible. It took me forever to get out of bed. Of course, I had to take a pee or something in the morning, and it took me 45 minutes to get out of bed. So that was kind of difficult. But so sitting in my pickup truck was actually difficult, but it was much better than laying in bed. So, and I broke my collarbone still, and all my ribs. I went to the chiropractor, and half of my body was black, like black as the color black. And my chiropractor, I took my shirt off, and he said, "Oh my God, I've never seen a body look like that." And I'm like, I have that one. So we got back together and stuff. And actually, that was my last race before retirement. And then I went back in 2012, and I didn't want to end my career like that, because I had a good year. I won 3 championships in my class, and I was winning pretty much a lot, if not everything.
Your audio cut out. Your audio cut out.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that. And I didn't even know that. And but yeah, it was really tough. I went back in 2012, and I was able to race again and do pretty well. So I got second places in the mains. So I was happy I didn't end in a crash.
Yeah, you can never end on a bad note.
You don't want to finish your racing career like that, It's not good. So yeah. So you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And so anything else you want to talk about, Johnny? Anything else about your racing or anything?
No, I'll be out in California soon. I'm graduating this year out of high school. And we've planned on me moving there for a while now. We've been looking at houses, and we finally found a nice place. I'm just hoping it's still available by the time I graduate, which it probably won't be, but I'm just hoping and keep racing down there, get better.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
So you're going to be a California racer soon, correct?
Yeah. I just got to
Right.
get first.
So where does your parents looking at buying a house? What city, do you know?
I'm moving there alone, but I'm gonna be in Huntington Beach area.
Oh, nice. That's a great area, Huntington Beach. That's nice down there.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. You got Scott Autry living there. You got Terry Ike Clanton living there, and you have a whole bunch of people living in Huntington Beach. A lot of Speedway people. It's a nice place, nice beach. Especially if you surf, they have good waves on Huntington Beach.
Yeah, I'm going there if I could train for MMA. I was talking to Gino, and he sent me his the gym that he goes to, and it's near Huntington Beach or in Huntington Beach, one of them. And that's why I picked that place, because I want to continue to train for that as well.
Nice. So you're gonna train with Gino Manzares?
Yeah, I hope so.
Nice.
We got the same interest.
Cool. And Gino's a good rider. That guy, he knows how to ride. Gino, he'll teach you a few things.
Yeah, he's probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, inspiration out there for me.
Nice. Yeah, Gino's a great rider. I mean, that guy, he really goes for it when he rides. He has that heart of a champion. You know, Gino knows one speed, and that's full bore.
Yeah.
He doesn't mess around when he's on the track. He goes all out, and that's awesome. Yeah, I've known Gino since he was a junior Speedway rider. We helped Gino for a little bit, and Gino, has done so good on the 500s compared to the juniors. He always had a crappy bike, and now he's racing the 500s, and he's really fast.
Yeah, I love watching him.
That's awesome. What's that?
I love watching everyone out there.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to ride the tracks, like the new Bakersfield track is coming up just in 2 days or something. And then Paris is running, which is great. And we're hoping the other tracks open up as well. So hopefully when you come out, there'll be at least 2 tracks, but hopefully there'll be like 4 or 5 or whatever.
Yeah, if I would have found out about the Bakersfield track opening so soon, I might have tried to make arrangements to come out there for that, because that track looks amazing.
You saw the video of that track, right?
Yeah, it looks so good.
Wow. It looks like Costa Mesa, but on a big track.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I've rode there but Costa Mesa, because we took a 2-week trip there to ride. It was pretty much to ride every track. And the one track I didn't get to ride, but my cousin Spencer and my stepdad Dave, they both got to ride it, but I was too young because I was on a 250 at the time. But now that I'm on the 500, I'm definitely planning on riding there.
Yeah, I mean, Bakersfield is really the big track we have in Southern California as far as it's almost a British-sized track, so that's really good. All these young riders like yourself and Blake Borello and all these good riders, they can practice now on a European, it's probably a small European track, but it's still a European-sized track, and that's really great. All you young guys, and there's a bunch of really good riders your age group now, and your age group can do something, special, because I see a lot of talent, in your age group right now in Speedway. Do you feel the same way?
For sure.
Yeah.
Sebastian, Blake, Kyle, they're all doing amazing right now.
They are. Yeah, those guys are the next in line to bump up, like the Romo brothers, and then you got Luke Becker, and you have Brock Nickel, all those the guys you just mentioned are the next to bump up to that level. So there's going to be a lot of really good riders in, let's just say, a few years, bar no injuries or anything like that. There's going to be, it could be seriously, it could be like another 1982 when you had the Penhalls and the Bobby Schwartz and stuff like that. People don't believe that. Some people don't believe it. I believe that that's true, but I believe that this group, if they keep it together and they keep developing, I really sincerely believe that this particular group has potential and could really be one of those superstar groups of speedway riders coming up. I really believe that.
Yeah, me too, for sure. Everyone's doing amazing right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're all good. You know, I was talking to Blake about the 21 and under championship coming up, and you can, let's say you're 21 now, right? You're 21?
No, I just turned 17.
Oh, you're only turning 17? Oh, you're old. No, you're not old. You're 17. Oh, you have lots of time to ride in the 21 and under, Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh, and then if Caleb gets out there, sometimes he could ride. He's got lots of, he's only like 15, so yeah. Oh, I didn't know you're 17. You're young, so you got lots of years.
Yeah, I already told Caleb once I move out there, he's got a place to stay if he ever wants to come up there and ride. Same with Joel.
Nice. Yeah, those guys are good. We're gonna get to Joel next, and you know, that's really great of you to like offer your place, because that's pretty much where it's going to be happening as far as the development of the young riders, because there's so many good young riders now, and then they have the 21 and under championship every year at the end of the year. Steve Evans has that at Paris, and it's really great. And this year, you know, you have this big group of riders that are all the young group, you know, like Dylan and Luke, they kind of like a little bit on the older guys now, you know, the little bit more developed riders. And then this year you have all these guys who are like waiting to come up. And you have Sebastian and you have Blake and you have all these guys, you know, so it's going to be a free-for-all for that 21 and under championship this year.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And maybe you could ride in that too if you get out here.
Yeah, I'll definitely be.
That's awesome. Yeah, you know, it's such a coin toss, you know, and everyone has to work really hard to get, let's just say, to win that 21 and under under 21 championship, because it's going to basically boil down to the rider that works the hardest and that really, you know, has good luck and everything like that. But the person who develops and really, you know, just really has their head in the game the most, that person is going to win that 21 and under championship.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see who wins. But, you know, Blake Borello is a very talented guy. He was riding with Chris Kerr on that Best Pairs championship, and they got on the podium a third, and they had a really good team. And Blake has a good tutor with Chris Kerr.
Yeah.
So, and Chris Kerr will help young guys like yourself out if you approach Chris. He said, "I will help anybody if they ask me." So that's cool. So
Blake, well,
you definitely want to like approach some of these guys like Chris Kerr if you can, and like ask them for little tips and stuff, because these guys really know what they're doing, and they can help out a lot.
For sure.
So, yeah, well, we wish you best luck. I'm excited you're coming out to California and racing on the tracks at Paris and hopefully Bakersfield, and get in some racing this year. That'll be really great, because they're already, like I say, they're starting right now. Do you want to see the video of Bakersfield?
Yeah, I'll see it again.
Okay, I have a video here of Bakersfield that I just got yesterday.
XSRA.TV will be going on the road on Saturday, February 20th. Team USA Speedway Promotions will be running at the Kern County Raceway Park in Bakersfield.
This is Steve Evans from Team USA Speedway Promotions at America's newest speedway track, Kern County Raceway, Bakersfield. Join us this Saturday for the opening night on XSRA.TV.
The Rumble by the Highway, with an all-new track and all-new setting. And you can see all the action live on XSRA.TV. On your phone, laptop, tablet, or TV, you can watch anywhere. The Rumble by the Highway, Saturday, February 20th, 2021, and only on XSRA.TV.
That looks pretty fun, huh, you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
And this guy over here, he's a Speedway rider, if I can find him over here. He's been working on the track really hard and making the track really good. And this guy here is Sauer, one of the Sauer brothers. And he lives in Bakersfield. And he's at the track all the time. And he's like working hard. And that's Brad, I think. That's Brad Sauer, I believe. And Brad's really a good rider. He's a Division I rider with his brother, I believe, Robbie Sauer. And Brad's maybe a little bit better than Robbie, but they're both good riders. And Brad lives in Bakersfield, so he's working on the track all the time. Brad is a Speedway guy, and he's doing a really great job. And that track is just beautiful. And thanks to Brad and company. And they're going to have a really cool race if you get to watch that race. They're going to see these bibs here, the Bakersfield Bandits. Yep. They're going to have like I think it's like a last man out race. And then they're going to have like all the top riders. They're going to have like Gennaro, the Romo brothers, I think Brock Nickel, and maybe, I don't know, maybe Kerr's going to be in it. I'm not sure. Chris Kerr is a new addition to the event. We had Chris Kerr on the show, and he said he was going to see how the Speedway track is. He wasn't going to race the race this weekend. And then after watching all the videos, Chris Kerr said, I'm going to race. It's so nice. I'm going to race. So that's cool. But they're going to have like an elimination of all the top riders, like 4 or 5 or 6, I don't know, so maybe 4 or 5, 6 riders. And then they're going to have a champion, maybe a one-lap match race. And then the last place guy, he's out. And then they have another race, and then the last place guy is out until they have a winner. So I think they're going to do something like that Saturday. So that's going to be really cool. And this is a sprocket you don't want to use on your bike Saturday. I think you'll go a little slow if you use that sprocket. I recommend nobody to put that size 122 tooth sprocket on their bike. They won't really go really fast at Bakersfield.
Yeah, probably not.
That's not a good idea, right, Johnny? No?
No.
What do you think, Caleb? Would you run that sprocket on your bike?
No, I wouldn't get too far.
Steve Evans posted that, and I thought, oh, that's really nice. I bet that's better not be for Bakersfield. So we're going to look forward to Bakersfield coming up. This should be good. They used to have Speedway in Bakersfield back a long time ago. It's really kind of far a little bit. It's like 3 or 4 hours from like Huntington Beach. Then it's up north going towards like San Francisco on the 5 freeway. And they used to have Speedway back when I was a young boy, and I used to race there. And it was, they had it was a small track, like Costa Mesa, a little bit bigger. And it was a nice track. But they have lots of fans in Bakersfield. They had the stands full of people. I don't know about now, but Bakersfield has a lot of race fans. So we're hoping that the Speedway takes off in Bakersfield, because there's a lot of people that love motorsports in the past. So it should hopefully do good there. So we're looking forward to that. And so we want to thank Steve Evans for having those tracks there. That's really cool. And we have another rider. Anything else, Johnny? Nothing?
No, I'm all set.
Okay, thank you very much. And that was Johnny Oakden, and he's gonna race this California, hopefully in that 21 under championship here coming up at the end of this year. And last but not least, we have the youngest rider ever in the Hive, and this guy is cool, and he is 10-year-old Joel Farwell. Joel, how you doing, buddy? Is that Joel? Hi, Joel.
Hi.
Joel. There he is. Hi, Joel.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing great. You've been so patiently waiting to join the show. Thank you very much. Oh, so how old are you? 10?
10, yeah.
Your brother, Caleb, he says you're a good talker. Is that true?
Yeah, somewhat.
He said if you get Joel talking, he'll never shut up. Oh, so are you racing Speedway now? You're only 10. Are you racing now?
Yeah, I've raced for 4 years.
So you're 10, 9, 8, 7. You've been racing since 6 years old?
Yep. I raced four-wheelers 2016, and then 2017 I got on a Speedway bike.
So you're a professional now at age 10, right?
I wouldn't say that just yet.
I wouldn't say that just yet. Well, I think you're a good rider, and I have a couple pictures of you here. Is this you right here, this little guy?
Yep.
Yeah, you're a handsome young guy. And here you are racing Speedway. Is that you riding?
Yep.
Wow, and you have a 150cc bike right now, is that correct?
Yeah, I was riding for Jason for the years that I was, and then we just got a new bike, and so I'm riding for Lane's Yamaha.
So you're riding for Jason, and now you're riding for a Yamaha company?
Yeah, Lane's Yamaha and Norm Robinson.
Oh, nice. So they want to sponsor. They bought you a bike at the is it Ninja Yamaha?
No, it's a Piranha 140.
You have a 140. Is this the bike right here you ride, or is that the old bike?
That's the bike that Jason let me ride. For the
Oh, nice. So is your bike brand new, the one you have now?
Yeah, I went to practice and had some fun down there, and I was learning this and that.
Do you practice on that new 150 a lot, or do you not ride it that much now?
We went down to practice once with Johnny and Caleb, and we were riding around. But other than, and the little track in the side yard that Caleb was talking about, where we ride go-karts and stuff, I also was riding my Speedway bike there.
Nice. Is it better than your old bike, the new one?
Yeah, because the other one, the motor was like straight up, but this is a lay down, so it's easier to like control and has a bit more power.
You're riding a lay down. You're riding with the big boys now if you're riding the lay down, because those are nice bikes. That's cool. So you've been riding Speedway since you were 6. Is that what you just said?
No, I started riding when I was 7, but 6 is when I first started down at Champion. I was there for I went there since I was born, and I've been going for 10 years.
So you were riding like the Pee-wees at age 6 and then went to the 150s when you were 7?
Yes.
Oh, very good. Oh, nice. So you're kind of an old pro. You have 3 years of riding experience now.
Mhm.
So, do you want to be a Speedway rider when you get older?
Yeah, what I want to do is grow up and then go to England. That's what I want to accomplish. But first, you gotta do good at school. Then you gotta go to Cali and get better there, and then go on from there.
So you want to be a British League rider on the British League when you get like 18 or 19 like that, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to England whenever I can, as fast as I can, because I want to ride for the Wolves soon.
Oh, wow. So we have a young rider here, Joel. He wants to ride in England. He's only 10. That's cool. I mean, the younger the better. You know, I really believe, Joel, that the younger that you can have these goals in your to be let's say a speedway star, the better, because I mean, there's good riders in England, and they're really great, and the younger you can start, the better, as far as having that chance to succeed. So that's really great. 10 years old. Boy, at 10 years old, I was dreaming of my first motorcycle. And at 10, Joel has 3 years of Speedway experience. That's great, Joel. That's cool. So who helps you now with your motorcycles?
My grandfather, my uncle, and my stepdad. He helped me and my brother for 2-3 years, and and Warren Robinson. I've been hanging out with him through the times, and Coach Jesus and
Nice. Oh, very good. And so are you going to get a 250 pretty soon, or are you going to stay on the 150 for a while?
I'm going to stay on the 150 for maybe 3-4 more years so I can get used to the sideways, and then as soon as I feel like I'm ready to move on, then I'm going to go to a 250.
So you're going to stay on it till you're like 13 or 14, like that, and then you're going to move to a 250?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
Nice. Oh. Well, probably in like 3 years or so, you'll have 6 years of 150 experience. So you're probably going to be really good in 3 more years of the riding the 150 on that new laydown too. So you're going to really be doing great. So that's going to be neat to see. Yeah, awesome. So are you in school now? Do you go to school?
Yeah.
What grade are you in?
5th.
You're in 5th? Nice. And are you getting good grades in school?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, very good. It's really important that you keep your grades up. It's really important. Speedway is nice and stuff, but you must always try to keep that education going also, because you can carry that on in your Speedway career. You can, like Caleb was saying, we're talking with Caleb, and he was just talking about, he wants a lot of sponsors, and being educated in this world today helps you get lots of sponsors. So that's good. Oh, that's awesome. So you're going to ride Speedway. I guess that's your dream, right? Is to be a British League rider, correct?
Yes.
Nice. Isn't that cool, everybody? We have 10-year-old Joel that wants to be a Speedway rider in Britain when he's only 10. So that is awesome. That is really cool. So, do you have any sponsors?
Yeah, CDR and Lane's Yamaha, Norm, Cortez's, and my uncle and my grandfather and my brother and my stepdad are the biggest ones I want to thank.
Nice.
And Jason, because he helped me for my starting year.
Is Jason still helping you?
Yeah, I'm wearing his leather, so yeah.
Nice. Jason's a good guy. Everyone in New York should really be appreciative of Jason for everything he does for everybody. He has all those motorcycles, and then he lets all these guys like you ride the junior bikes, and until you can get your own, which is really cool, or get sponsored or something. So that's really neat that Jason, he does that. He helps all these riders develop, and then, they can get their own equipment, hopefully, as they progress and get better. That's really great. We must give a big shout out and thanks to Jason for helping all the riders in New York. That's really just great. He's a great guy. So thank you, Joel, for that. So we have Caleb up here, and we have Johnny in the Hive. So what else do you guys want to talk about? Now we can have a free-for-all. Anything you guys want to talk about?
guys?
What?
Are you? Is Caleb gonna go to California and race in the next year or two? Are you gonna try to make it out for some races in Cali?
Yeah. That's
Are you?
That's my plan.
And you can hang out with Johnny and Huntington Beach, hopefully, correct?
Yeah.
And then you can go work out with Gino Manzares at the gym, correct?
I don't know about all that though. I don't do that.
You're not the gym rat? No, you're not a gym rat yet? Not
No,
yet?
I don't do that MMA. I can't.
Well, you must do whatever feels good as far as what works for you. So, if riding the Speedway bike works, then ride the Speedway. Everyone is different. Just whatever works, it works. So, that's cool. Riding Speedway is really one of the most important things on your development, actually.
Yep.
So, and it looks like so you have the same goal, correct, Caleb, as Johnny, as riding in the British League one day?
Yep.
Cool.
I want to be on the same team.
So I'm going to ask each one of you. I'm going to start off with you, Caleb. What is your goal? Like, if you go to Britain one day in England and you race, let's say in the British League, what is your goal when you what is your dream goal of being in Europe? What's your goal?
I want to race there. I want to try to race most every track. I want to see what it's like there, and if I like it, I'll stay. If I don't, I'll come back to Cali or here.
Nice. That's a good goal. Definitely to be a British. So your goal is to be a British League rider and ride all the tracks, correct?
Correct.
Cool. And then Johnny, what's your goal down there over there? What was your goal if you ride in Britain?
I want to make it to all the tracks. My dream goal is to make it to a GP, hopefully. Have my mom and Dave sitting right there in the stands cheering me on. But I just want it when I first go over there. If I go over there, the starting point is obviously going to be just to try to score points and keep building from there, I guess.
Yeah, you have to score points in order to stay. I think it's like 7-point average. You have to at least have like a minimum of 7 points. So really, it's a lot of pressure in a way because you have to really score points to stay on the team. I think that's the way it works.
Yeah.
So, well, you can do it and just get some practice over at Bakersfield because that's going to be a good training ground for all the young riders, including you guys also. So that would be a good track to practice on to race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what about you, young Joel? What's your dream if you go to England? What do you want to do one day? What's your dream?
I just want to ride with my brother and ride if I could. If Ty's still in the league and the GPs, I want to ride with Ty because he's the one that inspires me the most. So
You want to be a GP rider, is that correct?
yeah, and I want to try to make it as fast as I can up to the GPs to ride with Ty Wolfington because he's the one that inspires me to race and it's the one I look up to a lot.
Nice. So does anyone dream of being a world champion or just being in the GP?
Being in the GP, trying to be a world champion, and just meeting the people that were up there at a point and stuff like that.
Nice. Do you dream of being a world champion, Johnny?
Oh yeah.
You want to be a world champion?
Yeah.
That's That's you can do it if your heart is right. And you know, being a world champion is a special breed of character. Being in the GP is a special breed of character. And the focus of being a GP rider and being a world champion is unbelievable. So it's really a high level. And you know, you just see how unbelievable these guys are as far as focus and their talent also. So it's a real different level than what we're used to in the States, I think, and it takes a little bit of time, you know, to get there.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to get your start as early as you can, so you can just get as much practice as you can. That's why I'm moving to California straight out of high school, because I want to get as much practice as I can there, and then from there go overseas, get a lot more practice there, and just keep building on how much I ride.
That's cool. Yeah, Steve Evans, the promoter of the Paris and Bakersfield, I really think, although I don't know, but I kind of think that Steve, because of all you young riders that are in California right now, and you guys might be going over there, I think that he might be doing a dream team with all these young riders. I know it's kind of expensive. Probably the thing holding it back would be finances, would be my guess. But if he can pull it off, or if he can, you know, you definitely want to be part of that group, because there's a lot of really great young guns, young riders in the Speedway now, and there's going to be stacked with all these really good talent. And if you could be a part of that, that could really propel your career in England. Do you think that's true?
For sure.
You know, that's how Chris Kerr landed on his team when he went over with Steve Evans in like 2005 or 6 or something like that. He went over there and he was a member of a young team, like you guys would have a young team. And Chris Kerr got seen by some promoters, and they said, "We like you, and we're gonna hire you to be on our team." So he went over there on the dream team for practice races and stuff like that, rides like that. And then he got discovered, and he became like in the British League for like 4 years before he came home. But Chris is an amazing talent, and he was averaging like 7 points in the British League or more. And so that's pretty good. You know, that's a nice average. And you know, he just decided he wanted to come home for his own reason, but he could have stayed and he could have raced more years. You see how good he is now. He's a great rider, but that's how he got his start, is through the dream team. So hopefully you guys can have that experience. That would be great, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, what do you think, Caleb? Would you like to be on the dream team one day and go over to England with the Americans?
Yeah, that'd be absolutely fun, I think.
Well, I think it might happen. So you guys should work hard to prepare yourself for that in case that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. So let's see, what else are we going to talk about here? Let's see. Well, we're like I say, we're going to have that race in Bakersfield coming up, and you know, I hope you guys can come on out to California sometime and watch that, or ride in that, and then now this weekend you can watch that. So that should be good. Are you guys going to watch the race if you can?
Yeah, I'll be watching.
Oh, definitely. Oh, very good. So yeah. So anything else you guys want to say? We're gonna watch a video after this, Brad Oxley. But do you guys want to talk about anything else?
I got nothing else.
Are you okay, Johnny?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have any sponsors, Johnny? You want to thank, or do you just ride yourself? Do you sponsor yourself?
I kind of just ride myself right now. I got my stepdad. He's a big help. He's taught me everything, mechanics. Merle, who is their uncle, he's taught me a lot too. But everyone in New York kind of helps each other, so we all learn tips from each other. But for riding wise, it's just me and my stepdad, my brothers. We all have a fun time, worked in the garage with each other, repairing bikes. It's kind of like our time together. We just love repairing bikes. Caleb knows. He came with us he spent the night at our house for 2 weeks straight, and he went over the whole bike prep with us about washing it, time and cover, all that stuff.
Nice.
I find it fun tinkering on bikes.
You like to work on bikes?
Yeah, I could do it all the time.
That's cool. Well, you should work at a motorcycle shop.
Caleb's 250, actually, that was a project. We sold it to him. That was a project that me and my stepdad started, and we were just we have so many extra parts. Why don't we just put together a bike? And so we got it. We got some parts, put it together, put a 250 engine in that we got from. It was my 250. It was a 250 I ran in the championship out in California, and we put it in that bike. Since I was done with 250s, and we're like, why not give it to Caleb?
Nice. So you built Caleb's 250 right now? That's the bike he rides? You actually built it with your dad and stuff?
Yeah, we built it from scratch. That bike was nothing, and we put a bunch of parts together and made it happen.
Cool. So what do you think, Caleb, having friends like this?
He's awesome. He's helped out a lot. He brought me to practice, a lot of things. Let me stay at his house. We built a bike together.
I wish I had a friend like Johnny when I was your age. Wow. That's cool. So you and your dad, you built a bike, a 250, and then you let Caleb ride it for him from parts.
He bought it, but yeah.
Nice.
Both of them to practice, actually. That's when we watched Joel and his 150. He was riding good. He took a spill, then he stopped riding for the day. But we all practiced together. We had Merle coaching us.
Nice.
That was a fun day.
Yeah, it was.
That was actually right before I came to California for the under 21. I just wanted to get some riding time because I didn't feel 100% still after my crash, and I was just like, I need to get on the bike more, and I just need to get back to being comfortable. And I still don't feel 100% comfortable, but I feel like if I were to get on a bike now, I would, just because the pain in my shoulder isn't really there as much. And at the time, Advil was not cutting it. It still hurt super bad. But now Advil can kind of take away the pain, and you can feel pretty much 100% when you're riding now. I'm looking forward to that.
So your shoulder is really hurting, like when you move your shoulder like this, it hurts. If you throw like a baseball, it hurts.
Yeah, we're gonna get an X-ray again. Right now I'm in wrestling, so wrestling season's happening, so I don't want to really get an X-rayed and find out bad news and stop wrestling because it's my senior year. So I'm just holding off for a little bit on top of training. But we are going to get it re-X-rayed in probably 4 to 5 weeks, just because we do think not rebroke it, but I think I might have got on the bike too soon, and instead of it healing straight together, which it actually was a perfect break, but instead of it healing straight together, I think it might have healed like this over the top. So I'm just hoping that's not the case.
You know, I had a bad injury, and I was unable to walk for a while because I broke my feet. And when I was able to walk again, I start pumping iron. I have like a 50-pound weight, and I was doing free weights like this, pumping them like this and over my back and my shoulder like this, up and down. And I tore my shoulder, like maybe an injury like yours. I don't know, maybe different, but similar. And my arm, I couldn't move my arm. It was really messed up, and it was for a long time. And I thought I needed to get an operation or something like that. And then what was really weird is I start taking, and I don't know if this helped me, but I start taking magnesium, some pills like vitamin pills, magnesium. And I don't know if that did it or not, but I felt like my bones got stronger and stronger. And I could, when I used to throw a Frisbee, it would hurt my arm so bad I would scream. I mean, I couldn't throw a Frisbee. It was so messed up. And I like throwing Frisbees and throwing baseballs. But my shoulder was so bad that when I do that, I would like scream in pain. It was horrible. And then I thought it would never heal. And then I was taking these magnesium vitamins. And I didn't know that, but my shoulder started getting better and better. And now I'm at full strength again, but I thought I would never heal. And I took these. I didn't even know that. Maybe that didn't help, but it sure feels like it did. And I take magnesium a lot, and it really. My shoulder's about 90% back now, and before it was like 5%. So.
When I had the crash, I was ready to race again, because my adrenaline was obviously still pumping. But at first, the answer, like, they were going to let me race again. There was a bunch of people surrounding me. I was like, just get away. Where's my bike? I want to race. But my bike was mangled, all twisted and bent up, so I couldn't race. So then I was like, you know what? Let me sit down. I sat down. Adrenaline started to wear off. I was like, oh, yeah, something's definitely wrong. And that's when they took me to the hospital. And they called it in as a trauma, so that was a scary experience. They rushed me, got me.
So you went to the hospital because it hurt so bad?
Well, yeah, we went to the hospital just because, like, my shoulder was killing me. But I'm glad we did go.
Are you there, Caleb?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm glad we did go because
I think we lost the guys.
I see him.
We lost the guys. Let's go ahead.
Are you there, John?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What happened?
I don't know.
I think he lagged out.
Yeah.
Who's in the background of you, Joel?
Tomorrow.
No, like the bibs.
Oh, that's mine, and then that's mine, and that's Mikey's.
You're number 55 now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now there's two of you.
We're back. Sorry about that.
There's two of you.
I got disconnected. Are you guys all there? Can you see me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can see two of you.
What do you say, Joel?
I said we can see two of you.
You can see two of me? I'm double? I'm double? Oh, well, that's better than one, right? Two of me?
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh. I got disconnected, I think. I just disconnected me. It happens all the time. It's on the live stream world, things happen,
Yeah.
I was going to say, Johnny, that so you went to the hospital because of the pain? Is that what happened?
It wasn't really me, actually. It was more of my mom. She wanted to make sure I was good. But when we got there, we realized it was a lot worse, so they put me through a bunch of tests, and did this and that. Found out I had a brain bleed, so luckily we did go to the hospital because if they didn't correct that, or they wanted to watch me overnight and like do tests to make sure I was all right, which I'm glad they did, even though at the time I hated it. I was like, I just want to go home, I want to snuggle with my dog, be with my family, all that stuff. But I'm glad they did. Now that I look back on it, it's a good thing they kept me in the hospital.
So what did they find? Did you have some kind of bleeding somewhere in your body or something, or?
Yeah, I had internal bleeding in my head because when I first made impact, I have pictures. I just don't know. They're in my camera roll, so I can't really show them. But I went head first, and then my neck kind of bent, so then all my shoulder took the impact. So it was pretty much my head that had the impact. And those are definitely what shown on the x-rays and all that stuff, because my shoulder was mucked up and so was my brain.
You probably had a concussion because you hit really hard. You probably had definitely a brain concussion, because I've been hit like that too, and did you see like stars and stuff? Your head was kind of fuzzy and stuff.
I actually passed out. I got up because as soon as it happened, I got right up. Like I stood up and I was like, all right, I think I'm good. Then I was walking to, I think it was my mom. I seen my mom. So I was walking to her just to get there. And then next thing you know, I'm waking up with probably 50, 60 people surrounding me. And that's when I started to like freak out. I wasn't freaking out. I was more like, get away from me. Let me walk back to my pits, get ready, let me try to race again. But then once my adrenaline wore off, I was kind of like, you know what, let's just leave.
You took a serious hit right there, and did you race again after that terrible crash, or did you just go home or go to the hospital? You go to the hospital?
I tried the race, but my bike was mangled up, and I refused to ride anyone else's, just because I was in my head. All I had to do was finish that race. I could have gotten last, but I was still going to make it into the final, like the main event. So I just really wanted the race to get to the main event, because that would have been it wouldn't have been my first actually, but it would have been my first scratch main event that I would have made it to. But it was a tough break.
And then after the crash, you had no bike, and so that was it then, correct? No more.
Yeah, I had no bike, and my adrenaline wore off by the time I even thought about riding someone else's bike, and I was like, nah, I don't really want to ride anymore. It was my first time with my new helmet, and I cracked that.
Oh, shit.
We're bent up. So I pretty much had to get an entirely new bike. So the bike I have now is not even, I think the only thing that was good on it was the clutch basket.
Oh my God. That was the 500?
Yeah, it was our brand new one too. Not brand new, but we got it shipped to it. And I cracked the engine, the bars and clamps both frames were bent. So the front frame was bent. The rear, so the whole frame was bent. Front, mid, and rear section was bent. I bent both rims.
Damn.
I cracked the engine plates. I'm pretty sure I said this, but I cracked the motor. So it was pretty much just a clutch back.
The muffler.
Oh yeah, the muffler was in half.
Oh no. Oh, can't they straighten out the frame? Because I know, like Cody, when I used to bend my frames pretty bad, he used to build. I paid him, and then he would fix them. Could you do that or not?
We probably could have, but it was pretty bad. The frame was folded up pretty good.
So it was bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
The bike the front tire was past the engine. Put it that way.
Oh no. Yeah. And that was like a new bike, you said?
Yeah, everything was new. I had a new helmet. I had all the parts on my bike. I had a job, so I put in all my money towards my bike, and
Oh.
I'm feeling good. I go into the races. First heat I won. Second heat I won. Third heat was a close win, and then fourth heat I was going for the win. And then next thing you know, I'm laying down, looking up at everyone.
So that's when you were making that pass in second place, and you hooked up in the turn, and you went straight to the wall. Was that particular race?
Yeah, I went too far out, way too far out.
You should learn from that horrible incident and try to as much as possible ride as closer to the pole as possible.
Yeah, here I'm pretty. Even there, everyone knows me as just riding in the big stuff, and most of the time it's beneficial, but sometimes it bites me in the butt. And
that bit you in the butt, Johnny, really big. That was horrible. You lost your brand new bike and everything, and plus the concussion probably, and then the shoulder and the whole trauma. That was really a terrible experience. And all your money was put into your new, I guess it was a Jawa, right? All the money was put into your new bike. Oh, man. That's not good. So, yeah. Well, that's racing. It has its beauty side, and then it has its horrible side. So
yeah, that's for sure.
Speedway is so much fun. I remember winning main events and stuff and some small championships. And I'll tell you, the high is really high, and then the low is really low. It's low.
Yeah.
When you're winning, nothing hurts. And when you lose and when you have problems, it really is bad. I mean, it's like the worst. The best and the worst. And it's really crazy. You have that high and then you have the low. And that was definitely one of your lows right there.
You can't really see it, but that's where the crack is.
Let's see it.
Can you see it or no?
A little bit.
I can see. What is that? Your helmet or yeah?
Yeah, that's the helmet I crashed with.
Let's see it again. Let's see your crack.
It's hard to see. It's right at the bottom. Here, I'll put my thumb right where it is. Right there.
Oh.
At the very bottom.
Not good.
Yeah, and on top of that, I put a bunch of holes in my suit during it.
Oh, no. Can you fix the holes or not in your Kevlars?
Yeah, we could probably fix the holes. There's like a permanent paint spot. I have a bunch of white paint all over it. That won't come off. I've tried as hard as I can to get it off.
Oh, wow. Well, the helmets, they're only made for one good crash, and then your helmet is dusted now. You got to get a new one, right?
Yeah, I'm getting a new one.
Yeah. Oh, bummer. That sucks. Yeah, you want your helmet to last the season or something, but not one crash. I guess that's all you get.
Yeah. Especially when they crack.
When they crack, I guess it's time to throw them away, pretty much. You don't wear a cracked helmet.
I keep all my helmets.
That's cool. They say with the helmets that it's only good for one good hit, and then after the first hit, you got to replace it. That's what they say about the helmets.
Yeah.
Do not wear a crashed helmet like that ever again. Racing. Don't do that one. Not good idea. So Caleb, you never crashed like that, have you?
I took a good one at the beginning of the year on my first time on 250.
What happened?
I got wiped out from the front end. I was actually out too wide, and I went to go turn down in, and some guy came up inside of me and sideswiped me. and sent me right into the wall.
Nice.
My front end was yeah, my front end was a little smacked, but we got it in, straightened it out, cleaned my clutches, and sent me back out, and I went out and won.
Nice. Very good. Well, you showed that guy who crashed you who was better, right?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. So you're going to be riding the 250s for another year, correct? Before you bump up to the 500s?
And if I can find a good deal on 500, then we're gonna buy it and we'll go from there.
Nice. Nice. So you're thinking you could ride 500s, sooner than later, correct? If you find something.
Yeah, I'll take it easy and just get a feel for it and then go for it.
Nice. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with just getting your feet wet with the 500s at your age or older, and just when the time is right, just practice, and then you're ready for the big guys. If you get a little bit of seat time under your belt there for the 500s, that would be cool. That'd be good. Yeah, I would go for that if you could do it. Yeah, you'll be ready because at your age coming up, there's a lot of competition, correct?
Correct. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you race out west where they have all the riders pretty much your age group, a little older than you, and they're going to be all the senior riders to you. So you'll have to really work hard to catch up to those guys, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Big time. Oh. So little guy, Joel, did you have any good crash stories, Joel?
Not really, but this one time at Danny Moonby Memorial, he kind of wheelied coming off the gate and cut us off and took me down, but that's
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too.
That was a nasty one.
He took out like 3 kids, I think.
He took out Brianna.
You took out 3 kids? You're
Yeah,
not very nice, Joel.
It was on accident.
I know. Racing is racing. So what happened? You were going in the turn and you crashed guys, or what happened?
So I was gate 3, and when the gate went up, he dumped the clutch, and it must be the front end picked up a little bit, and his bike just shifted over, and it cut me and Bree off, and we both went down. All 3 of us went down, actually, so.
Wow. You're okay, though? You're all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad you didn't get hurt. Well, you see with these older guys, these 2 older guys on the show that, crashes, like you say, happen. And Johnny took a pretty bad spill there. He got hurt pretty bad. So a Speedway rider must take a lot of pain. And are you ready for that pain if it happens one day? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay positive and not look at stuff like that and just do what I do best.
Speedway riders have to be really tough guys, enduring lots of pain. And that's part of being a Speedway rider, because everybody's going to crash and everyone is going to get hurt. That's part of the sport, because it's a tough sport. A Speedway rider is a tough guy, and they endure a lot of pain, really. I've endured a lot of pain, and every Speedway rider must have that. It's not nice, but it's truthful,
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks, actually. It sucks getting hurt. But that's part of being a Speedway rider. Sad. It's the truth. The honest truth is all Speedway riders, are going to get hurt. And everybody. It doesn't matter what your name is, you're going to get injured. And that's just part of being a Speedway rider, is injury. So, that's cool. Well, let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead. Anything else you guys want to talk about? You guys good?
Yeah, I'm all set.
I want to say hi to Mikey Buman. He just he broke his fib and his tib and doing a double on a dirt bike. So I just want to say hi to him, and that's it.
Very good. What about you, Caleb? Are you okay?
Yeah, I just want to thank some sponsors. My mom, my dad, JBR, my uncle, my grandfather, CDR Motorsports, the Oakdens. That's about it, and whoever else has helped.
Nice.
And
That's
Mikey
nice.
Buman, just best of luck.
Yes. Oh, very good. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead. This promoter, Brad Oxley. You guys know who Brad is. I'm sure everybody knows Brad Oxley. And he had that terrible crash, like we talked about at the beginning of the show. And they had to actually, his sons had to actually fly down from like California, had to fly to Mexico and save Brad Oxley. They actually had to go like rescue him and bring him back. And Brad is really lucky to be alive. So we're going to go ahead and play that video of Brad's rescue. He got rescued and he's really, hurt bad. And we hope he, makes it through and survives. We need Brad, really. We need Brad, and we need the Costa Mesa track back also. But first, we need Brad's health back because he had a real horrible accident. So we're going to go ahead and play that video of Brad's rescue and exactly, what happened there. And let's see, where are we? Oh, you know what? I gotta load that. I lost my signal, and I had to go ahead and get that file back. So let's see if we can get that file back here. And there we go. We lost it when we lost the stream. So we're going to go ahead and play that video of rescuing Brad Oxley. It's really interesting, and I'm sure that everybody would like to see what happened, because this was really a traumatic experience, and his son actually made a video of that. So we're going to go ahead and watch that right now.
My mom, Brad, two-time national Speedway champion. Some people might know him. Took a pretty big digger in Punta Shavato when he was out visiting his dad. So we gotta go. We gotta go save his ass. So I made a call to our good friend Mike Pattison, who's actually really saving the day. He's gonna fly us to Mexico and fly my parents back from Punta Shavato, which is Loreto. So we're making a little mini family vacation out of the Rad Brad Rescue, and we're gonna document our experiences through Mexico as we drive the truck back and save Rad Brad.
What is that? Are you so excited? Is it close on you? The hero himself, Mike Pattison, going to save Brad Oxley.
I'm sure he would do it for me.
Oh, of course.
Much as he taught me, the heart he has, it's the least I can do.
November 2.
You go with bars? How much did you have to? What did you have to navigate through?
Without Grandma? Yeah.
Like how far did you have to ride home?
15 minutes to get conscious. And then 15 minutes to get the bike up. I dug some holes and stuff for the wheels. And then 18 miles home.
It's quite a hellacious experience is what you're saying.
Passing out the whole time.
This is the beautiful view in Punta Cavato. This is Grandpa Oxley's house. This is the bay. I actually spent and kind of walked on the beach for my first time after breaking my back right down there with my mom. It was actually kind of a cool experience. Back when Bjorn was still in Mom's tummy.
Do you like this place in Mexico?
Yeah.
Halfway. Feet up. His first ride in Baja. Enjoying our lovely tacos and tamales.
So we're here at El Crucero. This is usually around race mile 365 if you're a Baja 1000 racer, and if you have any interest in dirt bike racing or off-road racing. But that's the corner. Yeah, this is just usually like a pivotal spot, and at the Baja 1000 a lot of people pit here, and it's packed full of people in November. We got to see a few adventure guys, and it looks like Tim Morton's Baja Bound Adventures just rode by. Kind of cool.
down to the east is the road down towards Cocos. This is actually kind of crazy. This is our first time driving through the finished road towards San Felipe from Laguna Chapala. And I think that we're going to shave off quite a bit of time. It used to be 16 hours to Punta Chivato, and it'll probably be like 13 now. With this kind of change. Pretty cool. Well, we made it to the border.
Only to be surprised.
Congratulations.
You drove all day.
Hello friends and family, motorcycle enthusiasts, everybody supporters of Speedway, and my parents and Rad Brad. I wanted to just give you guys a big giant hug, man. I can't even believe the outreach that you guys have given my family, and it feels so amazing. So I wanted to share a video from Rad Brad, him also thanking you, and just let you know that he is home and my mom's taking care of him and back on the mend.
Hey everybody, it's Brad here. On Monday morning, I'm home from my big deer hunting expedition in Baja, and I'm starting to see all the outreach and notes of support from everybody, and I want you to all know how much I appreciate it. I'm pretty beat up, and I'm drawing a lot of strength from everybody's support. So I just want everyone to know that I love you and I appreciate you, and I'll be back.
Brad Oxley, he's just one of a kind, and he's a one tough guy. I mean, he endured a horrible accident, and our hearts are like, saddened by Brad's accident, and we wish Brad all the best in the world. Let's say goodbye to Caleb. Caleb, hey, we want to thank you for coming on, brother. Let's see if we can get Caleb on the screen.
There we go.
Hey, thank you so much.
Hey, you're welcome. It's pretty fun. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you so much. It was great having you in the Hive today. That was really cool. And we're going to talk to Johnny. Johnny, thank you so much for visiting us in the Hive.
Thank you for having me.
Really, we want to wish you and Caleb and Joel the best. And we want to wish you the best if you make it out in California and start racing this year. We hope you do well and recover from your accident.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's great. You'll do well. We're excited. We want to see Johnny Oakden do really well in California. So thank you so much for joining us in the Hive.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Johnny. And then we have little Joel Farwell. Hey, Joel, thank you for coming on the Hive with us here today.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're awesome. Your brother said you talk a lot, but you don't talk a lot on my show. But thank you, all three of you, young riders. You guys are all great, and we really look forward to your future and seeing a lot of success for you guys. So thank you for joining us in the Hive. And thank you for watching. Thank you, guys. Awesome. And thank you guys for hanging out with us in the Hive today, watching the New York riders, the young New York riders. They all want to be British League riders. That's really cool. And we're excited to watch their future. and hang out with them in the Young Gun Week. So thank you so much for watching the show today and hanging out. Tomorrow night, we have the SOS night, so you might want to check them out. It's a whole team is going to be on the show. They're the SOS riders, Kyle Cunningham, Michael Scooter Wells, and Aiden and Sammy and the whole gang. Lawrence is going to be here. He's the team leader. And we're going to talk Speedway tomorrow night again on the Young Guns, because the SOS team is a bunch of young riders, and they're kind of fun guys. So we're going to have a good time with them in the Hive. So you're not going to want to miss that. That's going to be 6 p.m. on Friday night. I think that's tomorrow night. It should be tomorrow night. And we're going to have fun with the SOS team. They're a bunch of good up-and-coming riders, just like Caleb and Johnny are good riders up-and-coming. We have more up-and-coming riders with the SOS team. So thank you so much for joining us today, all 4 of us in the Hive. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome, and we really look forward to seeing your success.
All right, thank you for having me.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. We're really excited about following your future. And thank you for joining us out there. And we appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow night. Stay on 2 wheels, no crashes. We hate crashes. And we're going to see you next race.